take 15. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to those who are new. Sorry, I always assume people are returning to see my very amazing content. I'm kidding. It's a joke. I'm sorry. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angel. I am a flight nurse in the Air Force, and today I'm coming to you guys with a video about things I wish I had known prior to my first deployment. I'm very happy to have you guys here. I hope that you find this video informational. If you do, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like this video. I really appreciate y'all's support. Without further ado, let's get started. So my very first tip for you guys is to write out 5 goals prior to even leaving for your deployment. Know what you want to accomplish by the time you get home, right? You should be leaving your deployed spot a 100% better than when you first came in, right? And depending on your branch, your deployment could last anywhere from 4 to 12 months. You want to use this opportunity for professional, personal, spiritual, financial, physical, whatever. You want to use it as a time for growth. And deployments are a very unique time, right? You could be very busy, but you should also mentally prepare yourself for how slow it can be. And when I say slow, I mean the days feel like weeks and the weeks feel like months. So if you're not mentally prepared with those goals in mind, right? I say 5 because I think 3 to 5. Attainable, right? So you want them to be SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time bound. Have your SMART goals figured out before you step foot into theater. And I think this is the most important tip, so you're prepared to be successful. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about, this seems like a given, but believe me, a lot of people don't do this. Read your reporting instructions. Read them thoroughly. Understand them, understand what the rules are for the area of responsibility that you're going to. It goes over everything. It goes over what you're allowed to wear. It goes over how many drinks you're allowed to have, if you're allowed to drink at all. And read it thoroughly, understand it, and you just don't want to do something where you lose your deployment, your hard-earned deployment decoration, because you made a stupid mistake. So listen to your leadership, follow the rules, and read your reporting instructions. The next thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is maxing out your thrift savings plan and your savings deposit plan. If you are, and I know everybody's financial situation is different, but I wish somebody had talked to me about this prior to my first deployment. If you are deployed to a combat zone, all of your contributions to your thrift savings plan will be tax-free. So if you are contributing to your Roth TSP, those contributions that you put in while deployed are tax-free, and the earnings on those contributions are also tax-free for the lifetime that you have it. So think about it. The max that you can put in your TSP, your Roth TSP, is $19,500 for 2020. So that $19,500, and remember with the Roth TSP, I'm not a financial advisor or anything, guys. I'm learning. I just learned these things as well from my financial advisor, and I want to share it with you. But so please seek professional financial advice. These are just tips. So your Roth TSP, the money is taxed when you put it in, right? Not like your traditional TSP. I'm not trying to confuse you. But when you're deployed, when you put that the money that you put into your Roth TSP is not taxed at all, period. It's tax-free, right? And the earnings on those, the contributions that you put in are tax-free. So whatever earnings that you get on that throughout the lifetime of your TSP, prior to you retiring or whatever, whenever you're going to take it out, it is tax-free. That is huge, guys. So if you are financially able to max out at that $19,500 for your Roth TSP, do it. The next thing that comes with this tip is your savings deposit plan. Depending on where you are, if you're in a combat zone, 30 days after you have been in theater, you are entitled to a savings deposit plan. So it's a high yielding savings account. It yields 10% interest. You will never find that. You will never find it. 10% interest and return on your contribution. So you can put up to $10,000 in that. It seems like a lot, but if you can max that out, do it. You can earn up to $250 quarterly. So every 3 months you're getting $250 free money. So I just wish somebody had told me like, hey, do this. And that's my financial advice to you guys. The next thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is knowing what clothes to pack and in what amounts. Talk to the person that you're replacing. Ask them obviously what the weather is like, so you know the appropriate kind of attire to pack. But I think the main thing with this tip is packing a lot of workout clothes. Nobody told me that on my first deployment. You're more than likely going to be working out at least once a day, if not twice a day, and you really go, unless you're trying to do laundry 4 times a week, you want to bring a sufficient amount of workout clothes. And also bring comfy, loungy clothes. And not all deployment locations allow people to wear civilian attire, right? You might be in your uniform or PT gear, but for the places that do allow it, these are some tips that I wish I had known on my first deployment. Pack comfy clothes, pack lots of workout clothes, and I'm talking about headbands, right? Lots of socks, lots of sports bras, and just a lot of workout clothes. And you don't have to pack this in the bag that you're actually going to take on the aircraft. You can always mail things ahead of time if you're worried about space issues. In addition to that, you want to pack at a minimum 2 pairs of sneakers. You're gonna need it. Period. You're gonna probably be running a lot, probably be working out a lot. I don't know what the recommendation is for replacing your sneakers, but you're gonna need at a minimum 2 pairs of sneakers. I also recommend bringing 2 casual pairs of shoes, and these are shoes that you wouldn't mind throwing away at the end of the deployment. I brought 2 pairs of Raggedy Toms, and I've been wearing them for the past 5 months. And I will throw them away before I leave here, but you know, you can bring stuff that you're maybe gonna throw away after the deployment or donate after the deployment. Yeah, that's it. The next thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is bringing enough toiletries, beauty products, cosmetics, personal products. Bring enough to last you your entire deployment. And there's 2 ways that you can do this. So you can, I guess, just depending on what this product is, sometimes they're available on Amazon. A lot of the times, Amazon has everything nowadays. So you can bring 1 to 2 months worth of products with you, and then as you know, when you arrive in theater, be prepared to order it, because Amazon takes anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks depending on where you're at. So you can do it that way, right? As long as you know that it's available on Amazon and you know that it ships to FPO, APO, right? So it ships to the deployed location. So you can do that, or you can get the amount that is gonna last you your entire deployment and ship it. So remember, I had mentioned before with clothes to ship things 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time to the person that you're replacing. So with your clothes, you can add in those beauty products. Me being a Black woman, you know, I have natural hair. A lot of they don't have, and yes, the you know, the Base Exchange and Navy Exchange, things like, they're getting better at having more diverse products, but what I use for my hair is not here, right? And it's not going to be here for a lot of people. The makeup that I wear, it's most definitely not here. So I learned that on my first deployment, like if you're going to be wearing makeup, if you're going to be having your natural hair out, bring those products and bring enough to last you your full deployment. I wish somebody had told me that. Along with this tip, I want to mention that the environment, obviously, wherever you're going is going to be different than the States. The water is going to be different. The drinking water, I'm talking about bathing water. The environment might be dry. It's going to be different. I don't really recommend changing up your regimen from whatever you did in the States to when you come here. Don't change anything like super drastically. Just kind of have those things in mind and just know that your body will adapt. And if it doesn't, then go see your doctor, girl. Go see the doctor. If you're Black, I highly recommend that you go to your deployed location with a protective style. I always default to braids. It works for me. It has always worked for me. And I also recommend bringing with you your braiding hair. And I will put a link in the description box on the hair that every hairdresser I've ever gone to loves. Every time I give them this hair, and I brought hair with me. They love it here in Africa. They loved it back in the States. And I recommend that you guys get that hair. Bring enough with you, just like your other products, or make sure that you can order it on Amazon. This one, thankfully, is available on Amazon. But so yeah, so for my Black gals, have a protective style. Thank me later. The next thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is cancel your phone plan and download WhatsApp. So WhatsApp seems like the universal communication tool in deployed locations. I think it's important to download it prior to you arriving at your deployed location. And also cancel your phone plan, guys. There's Wi-Fi. Even if you don't have Wi-Fi in your rooms, there's Wi-Fi in the morale centers. There are morale lines. Like if you have a DSN phone in your office or something, there are morale lines that you can call back to the States. There's Facebook Messenger, Google Hangout. What other ones? Skype. There's multiple ways to communicate with your family and friends where you don't need to spend the extra 50, 60. However, my phone plan was paying like $100 some odd a month on a phone plan. Cancel it, save that money. If you have AT&T, something I wish somebody had told me, I actually found this out on my second deployment, is they will, first, if you want to pause it, great. But they will pay off if you email them a copy of your orders, and it has to go to a specific email address. I will put it in the description box. Email them a copy of your orders, deployment orders, and they will pay off, if you have a contract under them, they will pay off your contract. They will pay off your contract and unlock your phone. Insane. I don't know if I don't think they want people to know this. But I think it's important for me to tell you guys that you have options, but my recommendation is to cancel your phone plan and download WhatsApp. The next tip I'm going to talk to you guys about is getting a VPN prior to leaving for your deployment. I personally have never done this, but I've heard from so many people how helpful it is to have a VPN. And basically what a VPN does, it gives you a US IP address. So say you want to watch US Netflix or watch Hulu or HBO, you can do that with using your VPN. The one that is recommended to me by many friends is ExpressVPN. I will put a link in the description box for that, and I think it's like $7 a month or something like that. So yes, you have to pay for it, but if it's something that you feel like would be worth it, then go ahead and do that. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is move out of your apartment if you're going to be gone for 6 months or more. So this doesn't just have to be an apartment. If you're renting a house, there is usually a military clause in your lease that says if you're deploying, you can break your lease. This is not a feasible option for everybody. People have families. I don't know what your situation is, but if you are single, why not move out of your apartment, save a crap ton of money, and still collect your BH while you're deployed? Again, I recommend that you weigh the pros and cons. Is it going to be a hassle to move out? How much is your storage unit going to cost? How much is the self-move going to cost, right? Weigh the pros and cons, see if it's a fiscally smart decision. But a lot of the times, especially if you're single, it's a smart decision to make. Something to mention with this tip, guys, is even if you decide not to move out of your apartment, at least pause recurring bills, right? If you're not going to be using your electricity, right, pause it. Same goes for any subscriptions that you have that you're not going to be using. If you're driving a car, you have Sirius XM. Are you going to be driving your car? No. So pause it. Call your banks. Call these subscriptions. See what they can do to help, alleviate that financial obligation while you're deployed. Call your insurance company. If you're not going to be driving your car, why are you paying, a full, insurance? So although you don't, even if you don't want to like go full on out and cancel things, many companies will pause it and not charge you during the duration of your deployment. The next tip I'm going to talk to you guys about is student loans and credit card debt. If you're deploying, many financial institutions with a copy of your orders will stop collecting interest on your debt. So call your financial institution, ask them what their policy is on deployments and if they can pause your interest collection while you're deployed. Same goes for credit cards. I can't speak for all financial institutions, but at the very minimum, at least call and ask the question. And you can save so much money and use this as an opportunity to really pay down your debt while no interest is being collected. My most favorite tip, guys, is to sign up for free care packages. I learned this on this deployment. I've been in the Air Force almost 8 years and I didn't even know that programs like this exist. You can sign up for free care packages not only for yourself but also for your coworkers and your unit. There's so many organizations out there who just want to show love and appreciation to our service members who are deployed, and I will put the ones that I signed up for in my unit here signed up for. You can also sign up for cigars. You can get free cigars. Every Wednesday night we have cigar night. I don't smoke cigars, guys, but if you do smoke cigars, you can get them for free. So there's just so many perks to being deployed, and so many people who want to send you letters, care packages, and just show their love and appreciation. So I will make sure I put the link in the description box for you guys to sign up when you get to your deployed location. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I also hope that you found it educational and informative. If you did, please hit that like button. I really appreciate the support. And also subscribe to my channel, guys. I don't want you to miss out on any content that I have to provide for you. As far as those that are deploying, obviously the people watching this video, I wish you guys the best deployment. Remember, use it as a time for growth. It's going to be great, and just remain positive, and we're all waiting for you to come back home safely. Thank you for flying with Angel, guys, and I will see you in my next video.